proposal or offer. Types of contracts on the basis of formation. Express contracts. A contract would be an express contract if the terms are expressed by words or in writing. Section 9 of the Act provides that if a proposal or acceptance of any promise is made in words, the promise is said to be express. Implied contracts. Implied contracts, in contrast, come into existence by implication. Most often the implication is by law and/or by action. Section 9 of the Act contemplates such implied contracts when it lays down that insofar as such proposal or acceptance is made otherwise than in words, the promise is said to be implied. Quasi-contract. A quasi-contract is not an actual contract, but it resembles a contract. It is created by law under certain circumstances. The law creates and enforces legal rights and obligations when no real contract exists. Such obligations are known as quasi-contracts. E-contracts. When a contract is entered into by two or more parties using electronic means, such as emails, is known as e-commerce contracts. In electronic commerce, different parties' persons create networks which are linked to other networks through EDI, that is electronic data interchange. This helps in doing business transactions using electronic mode. These are known as EDI contracts or cyber contracts or mouse-click contracts. Types of contracts on the basis of performance. Executed contract. The consideration in a given contract could be an act or forbearance. When the act is done or executed or the forbearance is brought on record, then the contract is an executed contract. Executory contract. In an executory contract, the consideration is reciprocal promise or obligation. Such consideration is to be performed in future only, and therefore these contracts are described as executory contracts. Unilateral contract. Unilateral contract is a one-sided contract in which one party has performed his duty or obligation and the other party's obligation is outstanding. Bilateral contract. A bilateral contract is one where the obligation or promise is outstanding on the part of both the parties. Essentials of a proposal or offer. Promiser or offerer. The person making the proposal or offer is called the promiser or offerer. The person to whom the offer is made is called the offeree, and the person accepting the offer is called the promisee or acceptor. to do, or not to do. For a valid offer, the party making it must express his willingness to do, or not to do, something. Mere expression of willingness does not constitute an offer. Positive as well as negative. An offer can be positive as well as negative. Thus, doing is a positive act and not doing, or abstinence, is a negative act. Nonetheless, both these acts have the same effect in the eyes of law. Obtain the assent. The willingness must be expressed with a view to obtain the assent of the other party to whom the offer is made. Classification of offer. General offer. It is an offer made to public at large, and hence anyone can accept and do the desired act. In terms of Section 8 of the Act, anyone performing the conditions of the offer can be considered to have accepted the offer. Until the general offer is retracted or withdrawn, it can be accepted by anyone at any time as it is a continuing offer. Special offer. When the offer is made to a specific or an ascertained person, it is known as a specific offer. Specific offer can be accepted only by that specified person to whom the offer has been made. Counter offer. When the offeree offers to qualified acceptance of the offer subject to modifications and variations in the terms of original offer, he is said to have made a counter offer. Counter offer amounts to rejection of the original offer. It is also called as conditional acceptance. Cross offer. When two parties exchange identical offers in ignorance at the time of each other's offer, the offers are called cross offers. There is no binding contract in such a case because offer made by a person cannot be construed as acceptance of the another's offer. Standing offer. An offer which is allowed to remain open for acceptance over a period of time is known as standing or continuing or open offer. Tenders that are invited for supply of goods is a kind of standing offer. Essential of a valid offer. Capable of creating legal relations. Offer must be such as in law is capable of being accepted and giving rise to legal relationship. If the offer does not intend to give rise to legal consequences and creating legal relations, it is not considered as a valid offer in the eye of law. Certain, definite and not vague. If the terms of an offer are vague or indefinite, its acceptance cannot create any contractual relationship. Thus, where A offers to sell B 100 quintals of oil, there is nothing whatever to show what kind of oil was intended. The offer is not capable of being accepted for want of certainty. Communicated to the offeree. An offer, to be complete, must be communicated to the person to whom it is made, otherwise there can be no acceptance of it. Unless an offer is communicated, there can be no acceptance by it. An acceptance of an offer in ignorance of the offer, is not acceptance and does not confer any right on the acceptor. Obtaining the assent of the other party. Offer must be made with a view to obtaining the assent of the other party addressed and not merely with a view to disclosing the intention of making an offer. May be conditional. An offer can be made subject to any terms and conditions by the offerer. Essential of a valid offer. Offer should not contain a term the non-compliance. One cannot say that if acceptance is not communicated by a certain time the offer would be considered as accepted. Offer may be either specific or general. Any offer can be made to either public at large or to any specific person. An invitation to make an offer or do business. In case of an invitation to make an offer, the person making the invitation does not make an offer, rather invites the other party to make an offer. His objective is to send out the invitation that he is willing to deal with any person who, on the basis of such invitation, is ready to enter into contract with him subject to final terms and conditions. The offer may be express or implied. An offer may be made either by words or by conduct. A statement of price is not an offer. An offer is definite and capable of converting an intention into a contract, whereas an invitation to an offer is only a circulation of an offer. It is an attempt to induce offers and precedes a definite offer. An invitation to offer is an act precedent to making an offer. Acceptance of an invitation to an offer does not result in the contract, and only an offer emerges in the process of negotiation.